It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid Jay Nolan here, and I'm sure some of y'all out there are like, man, where Jay Nolan been at? He ain't been uploading the last couple of days. He been gone. He ain't really put nothing up all week. Look, man, YouTube was definitely playing on my head top. You know what I'm saying? They were limiting all my ads on my stuff, so anything that I was gonna release, it wasn't going to be monetized, which at this point we can't afford to play that game because every coin is needed, right? So some of my content was being delayed. Some of my stuff was coming out after it was intended because YouTube was trying to run their checks and stuff like that. I had to get manual reviews to make sure my content was ad friendly, which it was ultimately. But YouTube is playing games. Somebody who's not is Beyonce. Now, y'all know I talked about Beyonce's tour. I've talked about the album. I talked about the contributors to the Renaissance album. I also talked about the rumors that were afoot where people were trying to say that different companies were turning down Beyonce's tour film, right? I told y'all I felt like that was some BS. I told y'all I felt like somebody was leaking information, just trying to run a smear campaign to make it seem like people weren't interested. They tried to say that her tour footage was super weird and all this crazy stuff. Nonetheless, we finally have an official announcement, and it looks like Beyonce is in final talks to release the Renaissance concert film exclusively through AMC theaters. So this is not going to be something that's just available on your streaming platforms. You're going to be able to go to theaters and actually buy popcorn, get you a seat with your family, and enjoy it. Big things on the way. According to Variety, who has the exclusive story, not one of these backyard again type websites. This is Variety, okay? They only speak when things are official and they actually have something to go off of, right? They say, a film based on Beyonce's smash hit Renaissance World Tour is in advanced talks to distribute directly to AMC theaters. Sources with knowledge of the project told Variety. Mega agency CAA held preliminary talks with major studios and streamers 2 weeks ago. Okay, remember, I did the video like a month and some change ago when people were smearing her, right? So they just had meetings 2 weeks ago and they decided rather than going through the streaming platforms, which it'll probably be announced later after the run in actual theaters is over with, then we'll start seeing it roll out on streaming. Mega agency CAA held preliminary talks with major studios and streamers 2 weeks ago, another source added, urging the players to be ready to bid on a project the icon has been developing for years. One that would include elements of her top grossing 2023 live shows, parts of the long gestating visual album Renaissance, and a documentary style account of making the record and building out the tour. Blue Ivy cameos surely to come. So whoever was out here talking that mess before, they didn't know. Now, they did know that she was trying to field offers, or at least she was going to be fielding offers, but they got ahead of the story and they was on some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And as we can see, this is going to be all encompassing, right? They're saying that it's gonna have part live show, right? So you're going to get the elements of her in different cities, different states, different countries, etc. You're also going to get parts of the visual album. So we're going to see samples. We're probably not going to get the entire visual album, but some of the music videos that have been shot, we may get pieces of it. We may see some behind the scenes from the creation of those. And then you also have a documentary style account of her making the record, being in the studio, recording the album, linking with the songwriters and producers, actually giving you an outlook of what it takes to be Beyonce in the studio. As of right now, they say the project is looking at a tentative December 1st wide release, added by insiders. So yeah, when it's all said and done, this tour has grossed in approximately $560 million, $500 million just on ticket sales and money coming in off the tour. This is major, man. Beyonce out here killing it. Only other person that's doing something like that is Taylor Swift, who's considerably less talented than Beyonce, has a higher upside as a white performer, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because she's basically performing mostly throughout the US. Not to take anything from Taylor, but her audience outnumbers us just off of pure demographics. So Beyonce is doing some unprecedented shit, and they kind of like the top two. And depending on what side of the spectrum you on, you would say either one is not two. Now, at this current moment, a spokesperson for AMC Theaters did not respond to multiple requests for comment. CAA also had no comment on the matter, and a direct spokesperson for Beyonce could also not be reached for any additional comments, right? Now, of course, I did mention Taylor Swift because this deal comes on the heels of Taylor Swift also broking for a straightforward concert film based on her widely attended Eras tour, and the terms are incredibly favorable for Swift. I think Gaga's trying to do the same. Taylor Swift, she went ahead and self-financed the project and will take home more than half of the box office receipts. Beyonce, she's going to receive the exact same arrangement because she put the money up herself as well. And again, that means that she stands to pocket more than 50% of the worldwide grosses, as an insider added. The industry is tracking Swift's AMC experiment to open north of $100 million in October. So she's going to be the first one to do this. Then we're going to get Beyonce in December. And they're expecting that she's going to make around another 100 million. Because I think she did like 500 million on the tour as well. This is some big money shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This artist direct deal making on AMC's part effectively cuts out the company's longtime partners in the studios and could have serious repercussions in the future when it comes to the theatrical film business. So they're doing something that they've never done before, really. They don't have any official studios aligned with this. This is all self-made, self-paid. And whoever the artists are partnering with to do all of the shooting, the filming, the editing and stuff like that, these are their personal teams that they're acquiring on their own and going direct to the theaters without no Lionsgate, without no New Line Cinema, Universal Pictures, none of that lion roaring in the beginning of that shit. Straight to consumer. The article continues to state, as with anything Beyonce related, conditions are subject to change and secrecy permeates every layer of her process. One source familiar with the visual album shoot said her work on a robust package of music videos was completed nearly a year ago in November of 2022. The Beehive, of course, has been bewildered that she has not released any of these visuals, especially since the album did win a Grammy earlier in this year. You know, people are still mad that those visuals have not been released, but you won't have to wait too much longer before you start getting some visual elements that you're going to be able to have when you go to the theater. And there may still be a full-length visual album released. So stay patient. They say adding intrigue and a dash of confusion to this deal is Netflix, who engaged the singer in a multi-picture deal when they acquired her tremendous Coachella concert film, Homecoming, in 2019. It's unclear what obligation she has to the streamer, but it's safe to say no one is telling Beyonce what to do. When I made my last video, a lot of people thought that she was going to go direct to Netflix, right? That was the expectation. That's what everybody was expecting because, of course, Homecoming was on Netflix, and I think that they purchased like 2 or 3 projects from her in total, so it seemed natural she would go with them. After it has its run in theaters, I would not be surprised if it ends up on Netflix because she does already have a long-standing deal. In August of this year, Above the Line reported that this particular film had been shot in pseudo-secret by director Nadia Lee Cohen. On Friday, users on X, formerly Twitter, were abuzz saying that AMC Theater CEO Adam Aaron had followed Beyonce on the platform, which led to further speculation that this is indeed the move that they're going, which at this point, if Variety's reporting on it, if insiders are talking about, you know, the deal aspects and all of the specifics, I'm quite sure this is more concrete than anything else that's been released about Beyonce's tour, anything about there being a visual anything or a concert film. So we already know Beyonce's and Jay-Z's affinity for December. So a December release does make a lot of sense. It's going to be very interesting to see how this thing plays out, how they captured it, what visuals you're going to actually get in form of music videos or snippets or behind the scenes, all of the things that the fans have been fiending for. So y'all definitely stay tuned. I guess within the coming months, we will definitely see how this rolls out, but it seems like it's getting much closer, which means that the wait is becoming much shorter. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I'll see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain,